Welcome back to Techo World. Today, I will share some interesting sports promo like this. Hope you will like this promo and you can try it by using these skills. So watch till the end. Okay, let's start now. Here I have taken two images. For these images, we will create two compositions. Click on this composition icon and rename it as Media 1. And one more composition as Media 2. Now drag one image in Media 1. Let us set this image properly. And drag one more image in Media 2. Now we will create the composition for shapes. Rename it as Shapes. In this select pen tool, don't allow fill color. Instead, allow the stroke of 120 pixels. Let the color be white. Create stroke here from left point to right point. Let me straighten this line properly. We will create one more. For this, we will select 60 pixels and will change the color of stroke to light pink. And now create one more shape here. Let us change stroke pixels to 120 and color we will choose white. Now animate these shapes. Select shape layer and hit P. At 1 second, give the keyframe and come back to 0 second and change the x-axis position of shape. Follow the same procedure for all these shapes. For this shape, follow the same process, but in this, we will change the y-axis position. Let this shape layer 2 animate after the shape layer 1 so that it looks good. Here we will shape the layer 1 positions speed graph. Select these points, hit F9 for ease in and click on this graph icon and change the graph speed. Follow the same procedure for all the shapes and its positions. Move this shape layer 2 so that it animates after shape layer 1. Let's blur the motion for these shapes. See how good it's looking now. Let's pre-compose it and rename it as lines. Duplicate these lines layer and rename it as left line. And this layer, rename it as right line. Select this left line, right click, then select transform and select flip horizontal. Move this left layer around 2 seconds. Then select this right line and hit T for opacity and give the keyframe around 2.5 seconds and come back few frames. Give the keyframe here. Move to next keyframe and give the opacity 0%. Move this left line layer few frames back so that these shapes animate before the right line shapes fade in. Let's do adjustments here so that the shape's animation looks good. Now go to Sports Promo and create background layer. We will rename it as BG, that is the background. Drag and drop media layer 1 here, and also the shapes, drag and drop it here. Draw this BG layer down. Now we will create here some shapes for transitions, for which we have to go for Illustrator. Click on Create New. Here select the 1920 into 1080 pixel and click on Create. Here we can create some shapes. Select the rectangle tool and create shapes like this. I will skip this part so that we save some time. We will add the color for these shapes. You have to fill light black and grey colors, else it won't look good. We will save this file as a matte. Now this file can be dragged from desktop where we had saved it and dropped into the project window. From project window, drag it into the timeline. Let me resize the scale so that our images look better. Let me off this view icon of shapes so that this matte appears clearly to us. Select this media 1 layer and convert it into Luma matte in track matte. Select this matte file, hit R and rotate it to 15 degrees. And also rotate the media 1 layer to 15 degrees. Let us do the adjustments here for media 1 and matte layers. Let's now duplicate this matte layer. To duplicate, hit Ctrl D and drag and drop this media 2 composer into timeline. Select this media 2 and convert it into Luma matte in track matte. Select this Luma matte, go to transform and hit flip horizontal. Now let me off this media 1 layer and hit R and rotate it to minus 15 degrees. And also rotate this media 2 layer to minus 15 degrees. Let us do some adjustments here for media 2 and matte. Let's also resize the scale of media 2 so that it looks much better. Now see the animation, it's looking great, right? Move this media 2 layer forward around 2 seconds and select media 1 layer, hit T for opacity and give the keyframe here. For second keyframe, we will set the opacity to 0%. On this media 1 layer, as we see the opacity here, move these keyframes properly so that the opacity becomes 0 before media 2 layer appears. Now check the animation, it's looking better. To make it more attractive, we will add some text to it. Click on this text tool. I already copied the text, so I will just paste it here. Double click on this text layer and change the color of the text in characters tool according to your choice. Align it properly with the help of the align tool. Go back to character tool and set the font size according to your shape size. Now animate this text layer. Click on this arrow mark and in animate, select position and property will be set to opacity. Now go to range selector 1, then advanced. In shape, select ramp up and opacity we will make it 0. At 1 second set offset 100%. And at 0 second set it to -100%. Select these keyframes and hit F9 to ease in and click on graph icon, change the speed graph. This text is animating along with shapes. But I want this text to animate after the shape animates. Duplicate this text now and enter the text here according to your choice. Move this text here and resize the text according to the shape. Let us do adjustments of these text layers so that the text layers animates one after the other. Let us give opacity for this text layer so that the text opacity becomes 0 before the shape layer's opacity becomes 0. Do it for all text layers. Now this is good. Duplicate this layer and double click on this text layer and rename this text and drag this text layer on this shape layer and resize it accordingly. Let me change this text color. Now duplicate these layers and move over these layers. Move these text layers around for 2 seconds. Select this text layer, paste the text here and paste another text here for next task layer. And for this side text, enter your text. Select this layer and change the position of text. Let's set this text in a line and resize the text. Finally, let's go for some adjustments here. Now you can view the animation. perfect. It's looking so nice now. Hope you like this promo animation. If yes, please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon of my channel so that you get the notifications of new videos. Thank you for watching. We will meet next with some more interesting motions and animations. Thank you.